I don't know why. We're gonna have to start all over again. Ain't that something? I'm just gonna go this way. I don't know what's wrong with my camera here, fellas. P.F. Grimm, 1924, 1925. Your son Carl. J. Arthur Pilgrim, 1883, 1933, and his wife Elizabeth Bolden, 1884, 1961. Nothing like having your camera active. Junior Pilgrim, 61 to 2015. Bolden, Vivian and Eloise Bolden, 1928. And my sons of Mr. and Mrs. J.C. Bolden. R.M. Bolden, 1875, 1950. His wife, niece Parsons, 78 to 1944. Garrett, Oscar N., October 11th, 1890, 1969. Son Kenneth Dean, 1932, 1934, 98, June the 1st, 1894, February the 2nd, 1982. Floyd Obie Garrett, 1918, 1952. Porters. Royal K. Ferguson, 1930, 2009. Andrew Ferguson, Private U.S. Army World War I, 1893 to 1964. Andrew Ferguson, 1893, 1964. Pearl Childers, 1892 and 1892. Fred, son of Mr. and Mrs. Hoyt Lewis, 3636.
You got a Vietnam guy here.
Parker, son of Mr. and Mrs. Hoyt Lewis, 1938, 1938. Didn't live at all.
This was killed in Vietnam.
South Carolina, Spec Company A, 22nd Infantry, 4th Infantry Division, Vietnam.
You see this guy that's killed in action.
Oh boy. Loving memory of Spec 4 Lee Lewis. Born April 14, 1946, killed in action in Vietnam, February the 16th, 1967. Boy, he got in the war early. Hoyt Lewis and Eugenia Lewis, 1903, 1974, 1970, 1987. Oh, boy. Which way we want to go?
These seem to be the older ones.
Ooh. Porters, Thomases, Gibsons. I'll go up there to the front row and then work our way back. Truett King. Boy, you run into some names, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder who thought of that. Truett King, wife of W.H. Gibson, February 18, 1886, 1965. Martha Gibson. May 26, 1949. Francis E. February 13, 1941 to 1983. I know Martha Gibson. I wonder if that's her. Right age. John Irby, 1894, 1955. Lily Lewis Bolden, 1898, 1955. Gibsons, Greer Hampton, Florence Bolden, 1918, 1917, 1988. John Greer Gibson, 55 to 94. That was different. Oh boy, ain't that an unusual one? We'll get over her in a minute. Herman O'Neill, Gilstrap, 1895, 1967. Carrie Dotson, 1902, 1989. Brand new grave over here. I mean, it's brand spanking new one, ain't it? Can you read it? Roy Eugene Wilkerson, 1949 to 2022. He's buried October the 10th. Don't fall in. You never know you're gonna fall in a grave or run into a fire ant hill around here. I'm just gonna get these two fellers first. James M., 1865, 1951, and Ella Thompson Childress, July 13th, 1870, 1952. This is just a dead blame pretty and unusual. Joel Wayne Walter Jr., May the 17th, 1965, October 5th, 2013. It's even got a
birdhouse.
Got a birdhouse in it. I watch it.
Bird nest.
For the, Stick my finger in there, I might get bit. Yeah. Probably where you can clean it out. Hester. William Lawrence Hester and Mattie Smith. 1885, 1948, 1894 to 1974. Woodman of the World. Used to be a lot of people belonged to that. Reverend B.P. Moore, 1867, 1952. Leona Stewart, his wife, 1870, 1958. Mason Gills. They actually from Italy. I don't know how they ended up here. James R. June 19th, 1898, 1952. The only reason I know that is my dad used to work with one of them in the mill. Such an unusual name, I had to look into it. They were from Italy. 26, 1900, 1996. They just buy a little bit of body from everywhere in Pickens. James Massengill, 1859, 1952. Mary Skelton, his wife, 1859, 1943. What'd you find?
It's starting to sink down there.
Oh, you're trying to tell me not to fall in, eh?
That'd be it.
You know, that's one of my biggest fears while we're on here and find yourself right in between somebody's bones. Prairie Mark Bolden, Private U.S. Army, World War II, November the 15th, 1917, February 2nd, 1989, Raymond Ponell Bolden. 1919. That's kind of a Corporal George Earl Thomas, June 11, 1922, killed in Benshim, Germany, April 12, 1945. We're running into a lot of servicemen that's killed in action in this place. More at the end of the war. Maggie Bolden Thomas, 1898, 1980. Wadey Thomas, 1890, 1970. And then we have to go. Graveyard dog. Rufus H. Howard, 1888, 1961, and Mattie B., 1890 and 1981. Boy, there's another pretty one, ain't it?
World War II. Served in China.
Walter Thomas Jr., Sergeant U.S. Marine Corps, World War II, 1927, April 27, 2014. Served in China. Oh, Lord, he was in China with my dad. Lordy, Lordy. Walter Talmadge Williams Jr., 1927, 2014. I love these pictures. Virginia Henson, Jeff Coat Williams, April 28, 1942. She ain't, I'd say she hadn't died yet. Pretty flowers. Someone had to find a relative of his down here. James L. Murphy. Murphy. 1900 and 1978. Silver B. 1908. I love this one. I can tell you a story on this. Missouri Turners, 1873 to 1938. Now this lady ain't no kin to me, but I used to collect everything I could find on a Turner, just trying to separate them. And I found out this lady lived by herself in a log cabin, and she had a milk cow in the stable built onto the log cabin, and she fed the cow through the cracks. That was just, I forgot who told me. It's one of her descendants told me about that.
My kind of lady there, man.
She People now, they think things like that. Nobody would do a thing like that. That's nasty, boy. A lot of people just do a lot of things you think was nasty. That milk cow just practically was living in the same house with her. And Darrell Thomas Hudson, 7 to 39. Jesse Allen Hudson, 1942. Mary May Hudson, January 26, 1930 and 1948. There's a green, that might be Hickey's. Cantrell, Preston T, 1900, 1978. Easy to figure out how old he was, 78. Louis Towns, 1972. And Fred M. Cantrell, 41 to 74. Joyce Ellenberg, August 21st, 55, August 23rd, 55. Didn't live long, Walter Ellenberg. I don't know if that's, I don't see his, where's the name, Robert Green, South Carolina 37th, 150 Depot Brigade, World War I, 1894, 1956. Well, I don't see no names other than Green on that one. Ellenberg, Walter M. May the 1st, 1894, 1952, Nora B. July the 15th, 1895. Hunters, new name. Patrick Donald Hunter, Specialist Force, U.S. Army, March 6, 1936, January 22nd, 2009. He was married to Joyce Masters, July 13th, 1941. She's probably still alive. Hunter, Claude W. 1883, 1969, Della P. 1891, 1969. Cray Hunter, 1931 to 1948. C.W. Hunter Jr., 1918, 1936. Little time on this earth. Well, I could say that's true. David Parrott. It's actually David Perot, but everything around here turned, this was French and they got turned English. That's the way the English people pronounce it, Parrott. David A. Parrott, been 1936, his wife Nancy, 1865, 1960. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. More Massengill. Thomas Clyde Massengill. I didn't know there's that many Massengills in Pickens. I never knowed but two. Littman, Don Cliss, and Francis Hunter. Different name. Well, that's a fancy one. We're off out here in the country. Fulton Massengill, 1914, 1944. Thomas Clyde, 1901, 1902. John Tweedy. J.T. Masson gear, 1933, 1923, 25. Nancy Jane Rigdon, 1882, 1952. John Thomas Masson gear, 1879, 1946. What else we see? There's some more greens out.
And Snyder.
Snyder. I wonder if they any kin of that Dukes of Hazzard guy. Freddie E., son of Mr. and Mrs. Jesse Snyder. 1923, 1931. Mr. and Mrs. Jesse Snyder's Harold B., their son, 2632. I'm about to step in another hole there. Got a lot of sinkholes in this one. Jesse Snyder. Yeah, looks like 37 to 37. Another soft spot. Look. One of these days I'm going. I love that. I was different Robert. Walter, 1872, 55. Eddie Francis Walter, September 5th, 1876, 1964. Rice Snyder, 1899, 1926. His wife, Bessie Walter. Gone but not forgotten. Now, folks, I don't know if that's granite or
marble.
Marble. Probably a pink marble. It's sure is grainy, but it's pretty. They had to send off to get Dad. There ain't none of that around here. All of this granite around here, well, actually mined and easily. Arthur J. Rampy, 1892, 1930, 1882, 1930. Get this right. Susie Roper, I can't read. September 1883, 1975. There used to be some rampies that run a bait house up in Pickens. They are rampy, 1906 to 1926. Plies Dwight, Susie Rampy, 1924, 2 to 24. 1923, I tell you right now that. Oh, a few. Nothing like a few. Few people around here. Roy A. 1902, 1954. Lola M. 1903, 1986. Oh Lord, there's so many babies in these graveyards. Aha, we did find one. Wilson Bolden. W. Nelson Bolden. 1842, September 17th, 1926, and his wife Rebecca M. Porter, 47 to 1933. Yeah, seriously. Boy, they're getting fancy with some of these new rocks, ain't they? Base. Jesse Harold Pace. 1939 and 2020. And Bobby Bolin, his wife. August 9, 1933. It's resting in the arms of the Father. I know him. Knew him not much, but I know who he is. Ooh. Whole bunch of infants can't read. There's another. There's one needs to be put back together. Stansel, J.D. Stansel, and his wife M.E. Stansel. 1861, 1924, 1862, 1938. Rankin. That probably is not fell over where this hill is. These people something. They just, them monument people put them together and expect the weight of the stone to hold it together. They don't put glue on nothing. I have glued them back, me and my son here. Franklin Jr. Stansel. Another Howard. Oh. Pansy Ferguson and Charles Marcus Green. February 25th, 1936, 2001, and July 26, 1931. Somebody may be dead. Howard, J.S. Howard, December 31st, 1847, 1931. Kershaw Brigade, currently 3rd Battalion, Sarah Elizabeth. September 17th, 1845, and somebody scratched her death date in there. 1943. Be surprised that people do things on their own around here. Crispago. We're gonna go down there and look at that one and go a little out of our way here, just see. We've got more veterans here. Yeah.
John H. Abercrombie.
John H. Abercrombie. Colonel F. DSC Infantry CSA, 2946, 1935.